just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out.
Let's go, kid. Come on, one time right here.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on
nice
the ground.
That's a linea.
And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Ian Desmond.
Line drive to center field. Inciarte is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The left fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
Now a ball hit hard toward first. And this is right by Freeman down the line. It's a fair ball. The Bambino rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing. Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is that they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Atlanta Braves get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Aaron Blair earned his 9th win of the year. Tyler Anderson couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left no runners on base. For the Rockies, 4 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 28 minutes.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
First baseman, Nelson the Bambino.
This is in the air out to right. Kemp will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Neil Ramirez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
59, Neil Ramirez.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching.
So with runners at the corners here and 2 gone, it looks like they'll make a move to the bench, and we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now.
Now batting, first baseman, Nelson the Bambino.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Get yours right here, huh? Drive it up there.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Kemp. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Mike Dunn takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 38, Mike Dunn.
I expect this series to be a battle, so to take the first game at home is definitely the way you want to start it out. Give that home crowd a reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
11-9 is how this one ends. Jake McGee earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year. Brendan Hearn earns the save out of the bullpen, his 13th of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
First baseman Nelson.
Here's a hard hit ball to the left side that'll be taken in out there at short. Good reactions there, and on one pitch the leadoff man is gone to begin the 8th. Neil Ramirez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Neil Ramirez.
Some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4 the final tally. Billy Cortez gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Brewers. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Rockies, 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 13 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MCTS bus service is available on Route 90, running downtown along Wisconsin Avenue, as well as trolley service on the Lake Route, also along Wisconsin Avenue.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
Now batting, first baseman Nelson the
takes
Bambino.
this the other way to right. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
That's going to go down as a
Good
no-doubt
job.
base hit, but what an effort by the outfielder. That ball just nicked off his glove. Now, it's a good thing, on the other hand, it didn't go any further because he could have advanced a long ways on that play.
Now batting,
Hey, your turn. Drive him in. Clutch up for us.
David Dahl.
Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Van Slyke is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Here we go. Clutch up for us
Now
here.
batting, the first baseman Ian Desmond.
Hey, clutch up for us, kid. Here we go.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Broxton's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Rock hold on to a 4-1 lead.
Your
Brendan
attention, please.
Hearn enters the
Now
game to
pitching for
finish this one
Colorado.
off here in the.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Rockies pick up win number 70. Tyler Anderson earns his 8th victory of the season. Brendan Hearn hammers down the save, his 14th. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, I'm Matt Vasgersian.
line score
This
for
has
the
been a
ball game this
presentation of them. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
The batter, first baseman Nelson the Bambino.
There's a swing and a missile sent
Go,
out
ball,
to
go,
center
ball,
field.
go.
Broxton
Go.
racing back, and it's gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Number 21 for him on the season as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it. Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in the face and salt this game.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with the runner at first and nobody out.
Now batting,
Here we
the
go.
first baseman Nelson the Bambino.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Braun has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Vince Velasquez earns his 8th victory of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Chad Prescott earns the save out of the bullpen, his 34th. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Facing the divisional frontrunner, this underperforming team receives an appeal to change their fortunes.
So it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now with a runner at first and one gone. Now time is marked out by the home plate umpire.
Nelson, the Bambino.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Forsythe is there for it. Two gone. Brendan Hearn has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so final. Los Angeles with their 90th win, best in the division. Hyunjin Ryu hangs win number 11 on his line. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
Now batting, first baseman Nelson, the Bambino.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Line drive snagged on a short hop. In time to first, and there are two away. Jake McGee has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 51, Jake McGee.
Eight to 3 is today's final. Travis Wood earns win number 7 on the season. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. For Harold, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he
And we're going to see a pinch hitter here with runners at first and second and still nobody out.
Now batting, first baseman, Nelson the Bambino.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Ritter going back on it. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 22 on the year, and the lead is now 7-2.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already in.
Jake McGee comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Jake McGee.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. Tyler Skaggs picks up his team-leading 13th win. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading out for the Rockies, first baseman.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground.
Hey, take a rip.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. And the pinch hitter is retired here, one away.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as we'll get a look at the side armor, Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this.
A slumping hitter gets some coaching up. Even the best hitters in the world must always be attending to their fundamentals.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
First baseman, Nelson the Bambino.
Hit weakly back to the mound. Arcia has it, and indeed he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. Neil Ramirez takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Neil Ramirez.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Billy Cortez earns his third win of the year in relief. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to the Show Nation. And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman Nelson.
High in the air out to center field. Broxton is underneath this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And a look there at part of downtown Denver as we get set for the 9th inning from the home of the Rockies, Coors Field. Lee Jung inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Brewers get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Andrew Triggs claims the win out of the pen, his first. And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll come on with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1.
Hey, take a rip like you can. Here you go, baby.
Wait for a good one.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. 6th inning, 4-1 is our score. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here.
Get a good rip on it, huh?
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Rockies strand 1. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Elmo Patel. 7-2 the final score this afternoon. Jimmy Nelson earned his 5th win of the year. And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Colorado. First baseman Nelson the
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Renfroe has a beat on it. 1 away. Jeff Hoffman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
7-1 the final score in tonight's. Eric Hershiser claims the win out of the pen.
a skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some character in how they finish a rough season.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Nelson.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Looking up is Davis. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left. Number 23 for him thus far as they take the lead 4-3.
Well, he didn't have to supply a whole lot of power with that one. He catches the fastball, and all he had to do is just really make a nice swing, which he did right there. And that ball just did not stop carrying.
Jeff Hoffman will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year. 7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Rockies with their 80th team victory in this one. And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Perez ranging back to the track. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Now batting.
And with 2 away and an open base, he wasn't going to see anything there, as that's a 4-pitch walk.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ian Desmond.
On the ground to the left side. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. We are still. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Jake McGee is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Colorado Rockies. So it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now with a runner at first and 1 gone. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Catcher Nelson the Bambino.
Oh, and he got a pitch to hit. The ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. 24 home runs for him on the season as the Rockies have come back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
And this is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy, and this is just one example in a long line of many. He's fun to watch.
Tomas Telis is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 18, Tomas Telis.
Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the top player of the game.
Hey, it wasn't a huge offensive day for him. He only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. Put one out of here that ended up being a really important swing of the bat in this one.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon with the victorious Rockies.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Nelson the Bambino.
Sends that one out of play for strike one as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is in there.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
Now back. Center fielder, David Dahl.
This is line to left.
Hey, looks like you're
and
shoving
a
in the
base
gap,
hit,
kid.
and that'll get the run in from third.
That's what you do with a backdoor breaking ball. It looks like it's not going to make it back. You don't quit, you stay with it, and then you got to drive it the other way. Nice job of hitting.
Carlos
attention,
Estevez
please.
comes on to
Now
start
pitching
the
for the
inning, and he'll
Rockies,
have a huge lead to
number
work with.
54, Carlos Estevez.
On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but paper and reality, 9-run victory.
A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. The Colorado Rockies blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Taylor Youngman earned his 9th win of the year. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon for the victorious Rockies.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading off for the Rockies, first baseman, the Bambino.
Skied into straightaway right. Patterson on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Jeff Hoffman takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. A 5-0 finish tonight. Matt Moore hangs win number 11 on his line
this afternoon.
So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with the runner at first and nobody out. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose.
Nelson, the Bambino.
Now a ball lined into left field. That's a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead runs in scoring position now with still nobody out.
He was sitting on that fastball. You can't tell me he wasn't. First pitch fastball, and he turned on it like that. Nice job.
Now batting, first baseman, Ian Desmond.
This one's down to third. There's one. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when you're...
And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around performance from him at the plate, as the stats indicate. Ended up with 4 hits, including a home run, so there's no doubt he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
On 11 hits, no errors, they left 2 men on base.
So a move for a pinch hitter is coming here, and he'll jump into quite an RBI spot. The bases are loaded. Still nobody out in the inning. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things.
Let it fly now.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Brents on the move. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly. Jeff Hoffman comes on to start the inning, and he'll have it. This one ends with a 10-5 score. The Rockies with a big 17-hit attack. Armando Rosario records the victory, his 13th of the year. Robbie Ray is slapped with his And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman Nelson the Bambino.
Let it rip right here. We need you.
Check to swing there and pops this one up.
Hey, looking for yours now. Come on, kid.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll squeeze this one for the final out. And the Dodgers have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over. This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Los Angeles win for a division leading 110th. And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
Nelson the Bambino.
Squared that one up just a little late. The average coming in still over the 400 mark. 24 home runs and 48 driven in.
Hey, get your pitch.
0-1,
right
here it comes. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Puig calls for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Justin Nicolino gets the call from the pitch. Time to single out one man for his efforts this afternoon, and there he is on your screen. So with the runner in scoring position at second base and 1 away in the inning, it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here.
Now batting.
Let's go.
The first baseman Nelson the Bambino.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Jeff Hoffman enters to do the pitching in 8-5 today. The Colorado Rockies blasted 5 home runs in round
An early winter check-in. A previously discussed issue is taken up again. A manager gives a quick wrap-up as another season campaign comes to an end. agent calls his client with an update. Every team enters Game 1 of a new season with high hopes. A manager offers words to mark the occasion of a new beginning. A representative calls with big news for his client. A recently acquired player meets with his manager before debuting with his new team.
And now time is called here with the potential tying run over at first. They're not going to take any chances as they've made the move to a pinch runner now. Digging in to try it again, Rio Ruiz. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
On the ground up the middle, scooped up, Cano for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. Steven Diaz is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. 5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. Ryan Weber claims the win out of the pen, his first. And a change here in the ninth as we'll have a new shortstop take over on defense. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our top player of the game. And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
First baseman Nelson.
Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Well, when you're down a bunch of runs, you know the last thing they want to do is walk you. So right there, he picks on a good one to hit and plants it right over the wall.
Please.
Michael Feliz. 12-5 is the final in this ball game. Drew Hutchison earns his 5th winner of the year. Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside Fenway Park in Boston. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. David Price will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he has really struggled his last 3 outings. He already totally inflated. It's over 5. When you look at that, that's too many runs he's given up. He's just not giving his team a chance to even get out the gate and win the game.
Carter is there for it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Striding in once again, Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Hey, now, we got 2. Hey, make your pitch right here. Make your pitch.
Oh, what a stop. He's up with it. The throw. Oh, but he beats it out.
8-game streak.
Digging in to try it again. Nelson the Bambino. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he pops him up back behind second base. Flores onto the grass, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Here's Yasmani Tomas. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers against Brandon Finnegan. 1 for 6.
Yasmani Tomas.
Slow grounder to first. The Bambino is up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's Jake Marisnick. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Center fielder.
The 0-2 delivery. Hit to first. The Bambino comes up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nelson the Bambino. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. Three-run home run down the line in right. 3rd home run for him on the year, and the Astros have taken a 4-1 lead.
They call that the pesky pole down there. It's only 302 feet away, but this ball somehow stays fair and clanks right off of it for a homer. I'm sure the guy in the mound.
Here's Chris Carter now. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers against Brandon Finnegan. 2 for 9. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Softly hit toward the hole. The Bambino is right there, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Nothing doing here. Nelson the Bambino will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
See it up and drive it, huh?
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is. Dustin Pedroia. Can't ask.
Even more so at the highest level of play, the honing of fundamentals must never be overlooked. a major leaguer is approached about getting in some extra work. A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some character in how they finish a rough season. A manager gives a quick wrap-up as another season campaign comes to an end. An early winter check-in. This player is offered advice on contract matters. Hitting arbitration for the first time means having leverage for the first time. The more a player can be educated on the intricacies of the negotiating process, the more prepared he'll be when the time comes to make decisions. The player has become disenchanted with his current team. An agent calls his client with an update. This MLB club gathers around its skipper for his invocation of a successful season campaign.
From the Bronx, MLB Network brings you baseball from Yankee Stadium. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your New York Yankees.
Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6.
Now at the plate, Nelson the Bambino. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Swinging a fly ball right down the line in left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Striding in once again, Nelson the Bambino. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The Bambino
sends that one out of play for strike 1. Quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a liner, but right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out. Ready once again, Nelson the Bambino. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Yankees earn the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. Luis Severino earns his first win of the season. Elroy Kuiper wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. For Harold, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.
Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee 3 to start the week between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees. Yankees baseball comes your way next. At the plate, Nelson the Bambino. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Squared that one up just a little late. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Ready for another chance. Nelson the Bambino comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year, and with it, the Yankees have tied this one at 3. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Nelson the Bambino. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit.
Come on, big guy, one time. Here you go.
0-1 pitch on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Fly ball into straightaway left. Grichuk will wait on it, and there's the second out of the inning. And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. Michael Wacha earns his first win of the season. About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Now at the plate, Nelson the Bambino. He went deep in the contest last night.
The Bambino
squared that one up just a little late.
Your pitch right here. Let's go, kid.
The windup and the 0-1. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. So the Yankees stepping in and ready for another shot. Nelson the Bambino. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The Bambino
hit hard on the ground towards second.
Nice
That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
He just ambushed him right here. First pitch fastball, he was looking for it, and boom, base hit.
Digging in to try it again. Aldo Cabrera 0 for 2 on his line thus far. A 2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. In there, a base hit. Throw into third. And he's safe.
Oh, he hits a little dying quail behind the infielder. I tell you what, he couldn't have thrown that ball any better. Talk about placement. That was perfect.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. 1-2. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air.
No tag. See if it falls.
Under it is Wong, and there are 2 away now. Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run. Digging in now, Nelson the Bambino. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Nelson the Bambino.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a ball hit to center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder way back, and that ball is gone.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
ready for another shot now. Nelson the Bambino. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch here to end it. And the Cardinals have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over. And this ball